What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Five Nights at Freddy's fan game breakdown video. Now, in the last video, we broke down the Baby's Nightmare Circus entire game jolt page. We watched the trailer, we saw everything was super cool, and we kind of discussed it. Well, in this video, we're going to be talking about the Final Nights 4 Fates Entwined game jolt page, and we're going to be watching the new trailer for it, and kind of going over some of the gameplay screenshots for it. But of course, if you guys want to see more videos like this, don't forget to drop a like on the video down below, and comment down below Fate if you guys want to see more, and of course, a full series on this game when it comes out. But let's go ahead and look at the little description that he has here. So it says the untold stories of Final Nights. In Final Nights 4, you will explore the original Fredbear's family diner from two different perspectives. And already that sounds insane. Like Fredbear's family diner. I love any fan game that takes place there because it's such an unknown thing for like the game series, and to be able to actually go there in these fan games, it's so much fun. But anyways, though, it says in 1973, you will play as Henry Stillwater, the founder of FREDBEARS and the man with a vision, working together with Afton Robotics to make a restaurant that the whole family can enjoy. Sadly, your night guard quit without any rhyme or reason. He just failed to show up one day. So you find a replacement, you take the job yourself. Oh, wait, you actually... So, until you find a replacement, you take the job yourself. Ooh, okay, that's cool. It's only then you start seeing the truth of what the man behind the robots has been doing. So you get to actually play as a night guard, obviously as like, oh, that's cool. That's actually really cool. Anyways, in 2017, you play as Max Donovan, a paranormal investigator who's got an anonymous tip about the sudden disappearance of Henry Stillwater. You go to the abandoned Fredbear's location to try and find the truth, not knowing something restless and rotting is out there. So there's two different storylines. It looks like one, you're playing as the founder of Fredbear's, Henry Stillwater, and you actually play as the night guard, and things go a little bit bad here because you figure out what Afton Robotics is actually doing there. And then in 2017, you play as Max Donovan, who's a paranormal investigator, and you've kind of got to follow, I guess. Oh wait, so Henry Stillwater actually disappears, so you got to figure out what happened to him and what's going on at Fredbear's, and figure out the truth, which actually sounds pretty cool. And then it also says the origin story we never saw, now in Final Nights 4, with features like point and click puzzle solving, classic Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay, 6 location style mini nights, graphics powered by Unreal Engine 4, a unique soundtrack, the origin story to the Final Nights lore, and multiple endings, and much more. So this game is going to have quite a lot going for it. I mean, multiple endings. Unreal Engine 4, of course, is being made on that. Every fan game, it seems like, is being made on that now, and it's such an amazing engine, and I'm just so excited to know that this one's being made on that too. You're also going to have point and click puzzle solving, so I don't know what that means. Like, I'm guessing you can actually kind of roam around the place, so it's kind of like a free roam, but it's not because it's point and click. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I guess it'll be just like Final Nights 3, where you're kind of like in one room, but you can click to go into the hallway, you can click to go over here. So it's like, it's free roam in a way, but it's also point and click. So that's pretty cool. Now, in terms of the actual gameplay screenshots, we're gonna start from the beginning here and work our way up to the front of the brand new screenshots, and of course the trailer. So let's look at the first screenshot here, which appears to be Fredbear, and you're in like a back room. There looks like a fan there on the desktop, might be your main office if I had to take a guess. But it looks like you're just kind of chilling back there. It doesn't look like there's anything really happening. It looks like you're kind of almost just hiding from Fredbear, who's kind of walking around out there. So that's our first little look at Fredbear there, who looks really, really creepy. Anyways, though, for the next image, it says, William, I must ask you to scrap the suits for now. The concept and execution is just too dangerous. So this looks like Spring Bonnie and Fredbear are both on the ground, really worn and torn and beaten up. So I'm guessing this is like the 2017, version of the game, because obviously, like I said, there is the 1973 and there's the 2017 version of the game. So this must be the 2017 version because they look really worn and beat up and really just out of, like, like they haven't been used in quite a while. But obviously, Spring Bonnie, Fredbear in a back room, really, really cool. Now, as for the next image, we have what appears to be an actual computer screen. Now, I know this is probably in the game, obviously. I mean, I don't think he's just gonna like load it up on our own computer screen, but it says, chapter 3 developed photos. So it looks like a sort of like, oh, this is Max Donovan's website. Oh, that's cool. So this is where he posts his findings. So you can kind of check out, what's been going on here. The Man in the Woods, the Mono disappearances. So Mono, I know that's a game that he's making. So I guess he's trying to link the two games together, I guess. The Freddy Files and the Radiation in Kansas. And it says Chapter 30 developed photos. And it's, I guess I'll read this off for you guys. It says, I developed the photos found at the old Freddy's building, and I believe the camera must have belonged to Henry. There were pictures of his wife and his house on it. But the earliest photos in the roll was what shook me the most. It wasn't the Freddy. It wasn't what? It wasn't the Freddys I was at. It was a FREDBEARS. What? Okay, that's cool. The original FREDBEARS location, which has been on lockdown for years. And just as the patent expiry date approaches, I start to find the clues. Things might just be looking up. There is something very off about the image. I can't quite put my finger on it. Is it the complete and utter lack of people? The light? It's very blown out, but yet it seems to be taken at night. I've attached it for you guys to peek at. Tell me if you find anything interesting. So this is the image on the right of the picture right here, which obviously has what looks like possibly Spring Bonnie on the wall right there. Some rules, and then, I don't know, it doesn't look like there's anything too scary about it. I don't know, there's some weird lights there, but it just looks like a picture inside of an establishment. I don't know why he'd find that weird, but maybe there's something I'm missing here. I don't know, take a look at that, guys. Tell me if you see anything. And of course, up top it says 1991 Ford Fiesta, and then there's Twitter open up there too. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and head to the next image, which this says the show will begin momentarily, and it shows the puppet, and he actually has 2 puppets, and it looks like that's probably Balloon Boy and maybe JJ, but it doesn't really look like JJ, but I'm guessing that's who that is. So he has like Balloon Boy and JJ on his hands, and he's like controlling them, and obviously he has like some curtains around him, it looks like. So apparently he's gonna have his own little show here, and he's gonna be able to control Balloon Boy and JJ, or at least a puppet version of them, which looks really, really cool in my personal opinion. Anyways, though, for the next image, it doesn't really have any sort of caption or anything, but it looks like the prize corner. You can't really tell where he's at on the map, unless it's that glowing room right in front of the diner room. I'm guessing it's some sort of like a prize corner. Wait, let me actually see. Okay, so wait. Oh, okay. So if we just read them, it looks like we have the hallway 2, the party room. We have 2 party rooms, and then you have the puppet corner. So this might be the puppet corner or some sort of, I don't know, a prize corner, which I'm guessing is kind of like the same thing. You also have the gas control room, which, of course, every fan game now has something that you have to wind up or something. It's so annoying, but I'm hoping that he does it right in this game and that it's not super annoying. But you have a gas control room, you have an arcade, a diner room, parts and service, backstage, and a show stage, and it just looks really, really cool. Okay, so in terms of the actual image, though, you have a bunch of little Fredbear and Spring Bonnie plushes, some t-shirts, and it actually kind of looks like a prize corner. I mean, that's what you kind of expect at like a Chuck E. Cheese, except for they'd have a bunch of, you know, little toys like big like balls to throw around like basketballs and I don't know, a bunch of other random crap. But in this one, you just kind of have plushies and shirts and stuff like that, which is really cool. And it looks like that's obviously based off of a camera. And yeah, not really much else going on in that photo. But as for the next one, this one is pretty interesting. So it looks like we're in, oh yeah, okay, so the lit up room, as you can tell by the bottom left, is the room that you're in. So that's the backstage, it looks like what we're looking at right now. I just went back and checked, and yeah, it's the backstage. So apparently behind the stage, you got some animatronics just kind of sprawled out on the floor, and it looks like Fredbear, but it kind of doesn't too. I'm a little confused because like in the other image he was in another room, now in this one he's in this room, so I don't know. And oh well, then again, I was gonna say in the first image he looked like he was new, and I'm guessing that must be the 19 whatever version of him, and this must be the 2017 version. But it just kind of looks like he's beaten up and kind of looks like he's caught on fire at one point, just kind of chilling in the back room. Not really much else to say about this one. Looks like you can kind of see Spring Bonnie's ears kind of peeking out from the side right there, just kind of chilling back there too. Really, really cool image though. As for the next one, this is apparently, well, let me go ahead and go back and look. Okay, so this is the kitchen. So finally a Find It Phrase game where you actually go in the kitchen and see what's in there, and it looks like Fredbear is in there. He's cooking something up, I don't know. He's kind of chilling in the kitchen, weirdly enough, and he has Fredbear's menu. So wait, are they trying to say that the animatronic actually cooks your food for you? That would be pretty cool. But he has pepperoni pizza, I don't even know what that is, margherita pizza, ketchup pizza, chicken nuggets, a little Pepsi, and flat water. Okay, interesting menu there. Interesting menu. Of course, no smoking in the kitchen too, and a bunch of bottles kind of just thrown over the floor. So this looks like, obviously you're checking the cameras, you find him in this room, and it's one of those instances where he's slowly moving closer and closer to you, and he's gonna eventually get to you. But anyways, though, now let's go ahead and watch the trailer for the game. And yeah, check it out. It should be pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and press play on it right now, and let's watch it. All right, so it looks like the classic car drive-up scene.
Next name is Henry Stillwater. Over.
Henry Stillwater. Fredbear's Family Diner. There it is. Distrust. Ooh, there's Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. Why are they wearing creepy white gloves? Oh, look at their eyes.
Henry, I have told you multiple times, this system is foolproof.
Oh, there's the puppet. Oh, that's creepy.
You are nothing without me.
Spring Bonnie. Oh, some actual... Oh, that's that room. That is the room from the gameplay screenshot. There's the puppet. Oh, crap. The alarm was going off right there. We have another look at what appears to be Fredbear. The puppet again. Oh, that's creepy.
Henry!
What? There's that alarm again. Power. Oh my god, dude, that puppet is so creepy. And of course, there's ventilation. Unfortunately, I hate ventilation in games. Alright. That's kind of it, I guess. The Final Nights 4 trailer. That was pretty cool. He showed quite a lot in that one. I know there was a trailer before this one, but it has like a lot of copyrighted music, and he apparently changed the game completely from that. Discover the origins. Is that it? Yep, that's it. All right, so guys, let's go ahead and head back and break this thing down. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning. It looks like there's some sort of a police, investigation going on. This is probably right outside of Fredbear's, and something happened here. Somebody died, and they're kind of investigating. At least that's my thought on it. And of course, you can see the police there again. Now it says on the next image we have Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. Fredbear doesn't look that creepy, in my opinion. The white gloves definitely added the creepiness, though, but he doesn't look as creepy as Spring Bonnie. Like, look at Spring Bonnie's face. That is disturbing. His eyes are, like, bulging out, and he's just terrifyingly staring directly in front of him. Just a really, really creepy image. Anyways, though, for the next one, we have some files right there, just as investigation. It looks like possibly blood underneath it. I don't know. This is probably in one of the back rooms, because you can tell by the, I think that's Fredbear head. It doesn't really look like Fredbear, though, because, like, if you compare it, no, that's not even Fredbear. I don't know who that's supposed to be, actually. But some sort of a head back there. I'm sure you guys can let me know who it is or who you think it is. Anyways, though, as for the next part, we have, of course, the creepy puppet, the marionette, just kind of chilling back here with his two little puppets. Of course, he plays around with them a little bit here, and then he just creepily goes into, like, the back thing. Like, that's something from, like, It or something. You know, like, when he goes back into the sewer, and you know he's in there, but you just don't want to go back and check. Well, like, you know he's back there, but you're just terrified to go back and check. And of course, the next image, though, we have Spring Bonnie, who looks kind of worn and beat up here, just kind of chilling there with her eyes lit up, and just sitting there in the corner. Now, as for the next part, we have a look at, well, the actual office here, which we saw the image of. If I can pause it real quick, you can kind of see, like, right here, that's that image, the first image that we saw, and it looks like, that's actually a part of your office. So at some point, Fredbear can actually run across that hallway right there and run past you, which is pretty creepy. Now, in terms of in front of us, it looks like you have the monitors, and, well, let me see if I can get it to pause right there at that monitor. Okay, there we go. Looks like you have the monitors, a toxicity meter. Of course, there's got to be like that toxic meter in every fan game that seems to have that now. Nothing new there. And of course, like I said, cameras, a clock for obviously judging where you're at in the night, and a fan just kind of chilling there. And of course, a phone too, which looks like it's printing out a map. I don't know, like a fax machine or something. Not sure what to think about that. And up above us, you have a vent. Oh boy, I hate the vents so much. And then, of course, another look at the cameras here, which we've already seen before. Nothing really new here. Well, you do get a look at the puppets camera right here, which just kind of shows the puppets there. It doesn't seem to show any way. You can obviously roam to the puppet, but I'm curious how you would keep it from coming out and what it has to do with those puppets, or what the actual puppet has to do with the puppets on its hand, I guess. But still, it's there. It's just sitting back there. It's really creepy. And you also have a look at the arcade room, I'm guessing, because you have two arcade machines and just some games that you could play there. It doesn't look, and oh, this is where that red siren goes off. As you guys can tell on the left side, there's a red siren that will just randomly go off. I'm not sure what that is. It probably has something to do with the toxicity, but I'm not sure how you would stop it. And of course, right here, you have another look at Fredbear, who is... It looks like he's just staring at a monitor or something. Like, if we can pause it. Yeah, that's in the arcade room, it looks like. It looks like that's an arcade game right there, if I were to take a guess. But he's just kind of staring at it, freaking out. Now, of course, you have another look at the puppet, which can... Oh, he can control each of them. That is so... Oh, that's so creepy, dude. He can just bring up Balloon Boy's puppet and just, like, talk as him or something. That is creepy. And, of course, you can see our light there. So that means that we can actually roam to this area and check it out. Oh, that's so creepy. In terms of anything else, though, it looks like he's kind of taking a look at, you know, the prize corner and stuff like that. And of course, that siren's going off again, and possibly Fredbear in that back room right there. And there's the puppet again, kind of peeking out. Oh, so creepy. Another look at the vents, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for the trailer, guys. So, guys, overall, this game looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm scared that it's going to be like the third game. If you guys remember, that third game had a lot of problems when it came out. And then not only that, but it was just really, really difficult. I'm not a big fan of extremely difficult fan games. Like, it's one thing if you want to add like different difficulties to your game, like easy, medium, or hard, or maybe just a normal and then a like insane or something like that. But to just make the entire game difficult, I really hope he doesn't do that, because it's so frustrating to have to spend like hours. It ruins the experience. I feel like for most people that play fan games that are just insanely hard. So I'm hoping he doesn't do that with this one. I'm hoping, like I said, add a difficulty level or just make it not insanely difficult like the last night of the third game, because I actually want to be able to beat it. But guys, I'm gonna end this video here. Of course, if you guys are hyped for Final Night's 4's release, don't forget to drop a like on the video down below. Check out the Game Jolt page and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for a Final Night's 4 gameplay walkthrough whenever it comes out. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.